Hey, here we are. Hello, everybody. Season 2 of 15 Minutes with Fuzz. And you're here with me right now. Thank you. I only took a month off, but it felt like an eternity. I'm glad to be back. I hope you had a good August. It's September now, so summer is officially over. And it's time for us to talk about hockey. Specifically, we're talking about the Milwaukee Power, which is a junior hockey team, think minor league, that plays in West Bend at the Kettle Moraine Ice Center. Kris Marion is the Vice President of Business Operations for the Milwaukee Power. She joins me to talk about how the team ended up coming to West Bend, what to expect when you come to a Milwaukee Power game, and what goes into running a minor league hockey team. And with that, here's Kris Marion of the Milwaukee Power on 15 Minutes with Fuzz. Kris, thanks for joining me today. So the Milwaukee Power hockey team is new to West Bend. The team plays at Kettle Moraine Ice Center. Can you give me the history of the team and how you guys got here?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. The Milwaukee Power is new to West Bend this year. First season here. We're super excited to be here. We started in Milwaukee 5 years ago, hence the name Milwaukee Power, still in our name.
Yep.
And we played at Wilson Park for 2 seasons down on the south side. We played there until COVID hit. So we got through 2 seasons and then COVID basically shut down Wilson Park.
Okay.
So because of all the restrictions and it being a county facility, going into that fall of 2022, the county came to us and said, we're not opening up to everything you need as far from a playing perspective, no fans allowed, all of that. It was really going to be impossible to have a season there.
Sure.
So we kind of scrambled in August of 2020 to find a new home because we were committed to the league. We had players coming in, we had to generate some revenue and sell tickets and things like that. So we found a home at Milwaukee Ice Center in Mequon-Cedarburg area.
Yep.
It's a beautiful facility. It's a 2-sheet facility. It's actually the home to Concordia University.
Okay.
Ozaki was able to accommodate our schedule from both a practice and a game perspective. So it was fantastic. So we moved there, and in that COVID year, season 3, we were able to have 25% capacity of fans, which was good. It was great. We were able to have some fans in there, so that was important, albeit that pretty much the whole season was monitoring COVID symptoms and making sure we were still able to keep a team on the ice.
Yeah, yep.
That was very critical because some teams were not allowing that, and it was a really tricky year. But we got through it, and we stayed there for season 4. So again, it's a great facility. Everything was starting to kind of we were getting a nice wave behind us.
Yeah.
But it was about halfway through it was actually at the beginning of kind of that season 4 and getting into the season that we formed a very good partnership through our youth power play initiative with the Washington County Youth Hockey Association here in West Bend.
Yeah.
So they were the first youth organization to sign on with us, which is a program, where our players got very involved with the teams, with that youth organization. They came to their practices. They did different skills. Our coaches worked with the coaching staff,
kind of mentoring and all that.
Mentoring and partnering and helping out. There's a lot of little ones in Washington County youth hockey. So those practices sometimes got to be a lot for those coaches. So having our boys on the ice was not only good for our boys, but it was good for the organization. We did some parent education sessions for the organization, kind of on that ladder of development within USA Hockey. And then the youth organization brought 2 of our games in season 4 to Kettle Moraine Ice Center. Okay. They said, we want you to play in our barn. We want you to be here. So we did that. We had 2 games here, and they were a great success. So it was kind of about halfway through the season is when the board came to our staff and said, you know what, we really want you in West Bend. We want you to be our hockey team. We want you in our building. It's a great resource. It's a wonderful partnership. And so, like I said, we loved Ozaki. It was great. But kind of the more we thought about it and having this really good support system in partnership with us, and then moving to West Bend, which is a phenomenal hockey town. Great hockey town. It's a great junior demographic here. We decided it was the right move for us.
Sure. So we recruited you. So good.
Yes, you did. West Bend recruited us. And it's been a little bit of a challenge because 5 seasons, this is season 5 we're starting. Okay. And this has been our 3rd move. Yeah. We needed a home. We want to solidify. We want our roots here now. We have now signed a long-term lease agreement with Kettle Moraine Ice Center that we are staying here.
Great.
This is going to be our permanent home. No more moves.
Yeah.
Yes, we still have Milwaukee in the name. We have some plans underway behind the scenes that possibly a rebrand. But yeah, we are here to stay. So it was a little bit of a path. It was kind of a little bit of a journey to get here. But now we know we're here and we're here to stay.
Well, I think with the Milwaukee name though too, so the league that you're in, so it's the North America. Is it 3HL?
It is the 3HL, correct?
And but you're playing a lot of teams that are with big name cities and things like that. I know you're, like we're talking Atlanta and I can't even remember. There are like 34 teams.
Yeah,
right?
across the country, our league itself has 34 teams.
Okay.
They all have different divisions. There's a West division. There's an East. There's a South. We are the Central division.
Okay.
Which, in my opinion, is the toughest division in the league. We have some very good teams in our division. Here in Wisconsin, we have Wausau.
Okay.
Wausau Cyclones. We have the Oregon Tradesmen, which Oregon right outside of Madison. Yep. And now West Bend, the Milwaukee Power. And then we also have St. Louis, Missouri.
Sure.
Peoria, Illinois. Rochester, Minnesota.
Yeah. So I think
that makes up our division.
So the name West Bend wouldn't be as well known to the rest of the...
And that's kind of was part of our thought process behind getting here first.
Sure. Sure. Well, I think it's got to be good for you too now to have that more permanent home to start building the fan base,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So that people know when to come and see the games. And speaking of that, your first game, so this is starting to air on September 6th. Mm-hmm. Your first games are starting in Peoria, right?
We will be on the road to start the season. The 9th and 10th is our first weekend, and we are facing a very, very tough Peoria team on the road. Correct.
Sure. And then your first home game is a home match is on the 23rd, right? And that's also against Peoria?
It is. September 23rd, 24th is our home opener here in West Bend at Kettle Moraine Ice Center. Both games are at 7:30.
Okay.
That Friday night game is kind of that home opening tailgate. We're opening up some tailgating and some fun before. That Saturday night game is very popular night because it's Skate with the Power.
Okay.
So that's where fans can come on. They can bring their skates. They can get skates at the rink. And then once the game is done for an hour, put on your skates, lace them up, get out for kids and adults alike, and go skate with the team after. So that's going to be a really exciting first weekend here as we officially kick off at Kettle Moraine.
Awesome. Let's go back and talk about the league for a moment. Can you kind of explain the level of the league, of the North America 3HL League? Where that is, obviously it's not NHL, but how does that all work?
Yeah, so this is junior hockey, and a lot of people really aren't quite familiar with that because hockey, unlike traditional sports of football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, players don't go right from high school to college. Mm-hmm. They play junior hockey. So if you see collegiate hockey players that have made it there, they've come through the junior ranks.
Okay.
So junior hockey is made up of players 16 to 20 years old. And then they're kind of tiered based on tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. All the same ages, all looking to do the same thing, which is go on and play collegiately and beyond.
Okay.
So we are the NA3. So there's 3 tiers. We're the 3. The tier 2 league, is the NAHL, and then tier 1 is the USHL.
Okay.
So it's, again, all the same concept of junior hockey. It's just kind of similar to that AAA, AA, single A ball.
Sure. And then after collegiate, is that when they go to like the Admirals level? Okay.
Correct. So this step is just, again, it's a step in their journey. It goes from either AAA, youth, high school, wherever they're coming through. Mm-hmm. Then they go into that junior time frame, kind of that ladder of development. And from there, we want to springboard them onto collegiate opportunities, which then open up, obviously beyond that.
Well, that's awesome. And it's great to have that right here in West Bend at the Kettle Moraine Ice Center. So you have players that are not just from Wisconsin, then, right? They come from all over the place.
Correct. We have a handful of local players, and that's kind of what we're looking to really have that opportunity here for our local players. But we have players, I shouldn't say kids. We have young men from all over the country. This season we have Canadians. We have one from Florida, one from Utah, one from Arizona. And then obviously we can really pull kind of from the Midwest, Minnesota, Illinois, Michigan.
Sure.
And then Wisconsin as well. So, but yeah, they are from all over. So they come here and they basically pick up and move, and they'll live with host families, which in hockey we call billet families.
Okay.
So they will basically, it's families that are looking to open up their homes and take in a hockey player for 6 months out of the year, and they'll live with our billet families and then live here, play here for the season.
Now I can understand some Canadian TV shows that I watch a little bit better when I know that word. Who are some of the players that you have on the Milwaukee Power that we should look out for this year?
Yeah, we have a handful. We have a handful of returners, which is good, and we really have some high-end rookies, we'll call them, the first year junior players that that we're looking out for. And I actually tapped into our coaching staff to say, kind of, hey, who are our top players?
Yeah.
I handle the business side. Love to watch the guys. But actually, Max Erstead, he is a returner. This will be his last year of juniors. He's been with the Power for 2 seasons already. We are expecting very big things from him on the offensive end.
Okay.
Big time scoring. He's a big kid, very skilled, and we're expecting him to, especially with his experience in the league, to really take that leadership role. We have a couple good rookies. Keegan Rudabush from Minnesota. Gavin Reedy's a local kid on the offensive side, looking for very high-end things for a couple of those kids. Yeah, sure. And our captain, Mike Delaley, again, another seasoned veteran that's returning on the offensive side. Just a really good, a phenomenal role model, but he's also really good on the ice. So we're expecting big things from him as well.
And if you go to, it's mkepower.com, right? Where
Correct.
You can check out the whole team and see who's there.
Yes, we just, we will have them loaded shortly. We just took our headshots this week during training camp. That's where you'll find anything about our players. And the league actually updates the player side of things. So each game, the stats get loaded so you can kind of see who's where in that, who's scoring goals and whatnot. So
that's
all on the
super
website.
Cool. I went to the website and I also went to the league's website. And I was very impressed by just how well put together and how much information's on those sites.
Yeah, it's run. I mean, it is a business. It's junior hockey, but this is run like a minor league type organization. Yeah,
certainly. I liken it to like the Lakeshore Canucks and that kind of.
Correct. Yeah. A lot of people can relate us to them.
Yeah. Same
concept where kids kind of come from all over to play.
Right.
Kind of that minor league fun. We're looking to bring that experience as well.
Yep.
Kind of that Chinooks, if you've been to any of the minor league games, or Admirals games, even that's a professional level.
Right.
It's the same kind of entertainment we're looking to bring to our games here.
Yeah. Lots of fun, energetic.
Correct.
Fans that are, gung ho for the team and
a lot of fan interaction, and intermission activities, always stuff to do. So it's going to be a really, really good time. Yeah,
super fun for the kids and all that. I'm looking forward to catching some matches here this year. Is it matches or games?
It's games.
It's games.
It's
okay.
Games. Matches, tennis, or volleyball.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's games. I am hockey dumb, but I'm trying to get smarter.
You will be now. You will be now.
What goes into, you're talking about this, it is a business. What goes into running a hockey team?
It is, it's a business. It's a lot. It's, we kind of operate on two sides of the business, where it's business operations. We're really, that is where everything outside of hockey falls. Our hockey side of things is basically our coaching staff, our general manager, hockey operations, and that side of the business focuses on, first of all, recruiting players, getting them here, getting them on the ice, and then making that product be the best it can be on the ice. So the coaching side of things, the development side of things, and then everything else really falls on the business side of things. So again, we're a for-profit business, so we need to, like any other sports team, we need to sell tickets, we need to generate revenue, we need sponsors. So that all falls under the business side of things. And other things that fall under there's our players have to have meals. Our players have to have transportation to and from games. Right now, a big part of what we're doing on the business side of things is community service and community involvement, because our players, when they come here, not only do we want to develop them really good hockey players so they can go play collegiately, is we want to develop the human.
Yeah.
We want them to become really good humans. So community service is a really big part of that. So coming into this new community of West Bend, it's very, very important for us to give back and let the community learn who our guys are, and see them out and about. So really anything outside of putting those players on the ice and having them play the game on the hockey side of things, everything else falls on the side. Sure.
And it's, important too, to get to recruiting good players and things like that as well.
The better product we put on the ice, that makes it more attractive to kids coming in. Yeah. That's part of kind of this whole process of, again, the 3 moves in 5 years and educating people about what junior hockey is, because it's a little bit of a challenge for us right now in building our brand, building our reputation, because previously there wasn't junior hockey in this area, anywhere in southeastern Wisconsin. So it's educating even hockey people that, you have junior hockey here now. The Power we're a top class or, first class organization. We run it well. We do things right here.
Yeah.
We are moving our players on to the collegiate ranks. We're signing them. They're moving on. We're doing what we need to do. And now that's the opportunity for kids all over the country, but even our local kids.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It's good, but that's just part of the whole, the process of kind of building that brand and building that education base and letting people see us, get to our games. We're opening up practices right now for the community because, come come and check us out, because sometimes when you hear junior, people's minds go right to little kids, small ones, and that's really not what we are. Or some people may confuse us with an Admirals type level or the Bombers or whoever might be, So it's good. It's just kind of letting people see who we are, what we're all about.
Can I ask, how did you get involved? Did you have kids that were in hockey?
Well, I did. Yeah. My boys both played. My girls never played. And actually, Chase Ernst, who is our president and CEO of the Milwaukee Power and Local Hockey Partners, which is our ownership group, he actually coached my boys when they played AAA in the area here. Yes. So he was a coach, and he is a St. Louis product guy.
Okay.
He moved up to Milwaukee with the intention. He was working for a AAA, the Milwaukee Junior Admirals, a AAA organization. But his intention was really to get that junior hockey here, bring it to southeastern Wisconsin.
Sure.
So he started the team, and then kind of a couple of years into it, as it was growing and there was, more of everything to do, that's when I became involved.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. So again, first game of the season is in Peoria, but the first home games are coming up on the 23rd of September and the 24th.
Correct.
How can people get tickets to the games?
Yeah, we would suggest go online, mkepower.com, and you can buy, we have general admission tickets. So if you just want to get in the door, general admission tickets, all tickets are, you're going to save some money if you do it online in advance, prior to game day. We also have an all-inclusive beverage ticket, which is like kind of the hottest thing in town, where it's 25 in advance, 30 game day, where you get in the door, and then you also get 5 adult beverages.
Nice.
To go with that. And we kind of have an area for those people that buy the inclusive tickets. We have season passes. So you can buy a family season pass, you can buy an individual season pass. And then we are this year really focusing on group sales, because Kettle Moraine's a great barn. And we have an area in the rink where fans can get right down on the glass.
Oh, cool.
So that's going to be available for groups to rent, for corporate events, birthday parties, bachelor parties, whatever you want to do there. And you can kind of have that corner right on the glass, right by the benches. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. And that's mkepower.com to do that. Now, if somebody wants to get involved with the team, do you guys need volunteers? Are there sponsorship opportunities?
Yes. Sponsorship, of course. Like I said, that's really, really important, because we, obviously we have to run our business.
Yeah.
So sponsorships, we start our sponsorships at a very reasonable, start at $250 and can go up from there. We have, game day sponsorships. We have in-rink branding. So if someone wants to get their name in front of not just Power fans, but everybody that comes through Kettle Moraine Ice Center throughout the year, we have opportunities for that. Volunteers, we would love anybody that wants to be part of the action. Volunteers obviously get in free to our games. But on the game day staff, we're looking for people to help with, merchandise sales and ticket sales. And, we want to sit in the penalty box and open the door for the players when they get a penalty. We have those opportunities available. So we'd love to have community involved in that. It's fun for the community, but it's also fun for the players. And we are also still looking for billets.
Okay.
We have enough beds right now when all of our players came into town. Some of them are a little farther away than we like.
Okay.
We really want all of the billets to kind of be within the radius of Washington County and in West Bend. So billets is another way for families to get involved. Billet families get in free.
Okay.
They also receive a stipend each month of $400 a player.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it helps offset food costs, basically. But yeah, we are still looking for billet families, and we always will, because kind of through the season, as the players move up or down, or trades could possibly get made, or players at that tier 2 level might, come down to the tier 3 level for a little bit, or move up and down. Even throughout the season, we'll be looking for additional families.
Sure. And that season goes from September through March, is that right?
Regular season goes through early March, and then the playoffs start. So we will be in the playoffs this year.
All right. We're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. Kris Marion with the Milwaukee Power. Good luck this season.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thank you again to Kris Marion at the Milwaukee Power for joining me on this week's podcast. You can go catch a game soon. Get tickets at mkepower.com. Go Power. And thank you for listening to 15 Minutes with Fuzz. We're looking forward to a great season. If you like this show, please subscribe on your podcast player, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you prefer to listen to your podcasts. Go there, smash that subscribe button. Lame. Also, if you really like the show and you want to support it, consider sponsoring the show. You can email me 15withfuzz@gmail.com, and we can discuss what's available there. Again, 15 spelled out FIFTEEN with Fuzz at gmail.com. New episodes come out every Monday. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again next week right here on 15 Minutes with Fuzz.